At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia, and I am Dennis Jah.
At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia, and I am Dennis Jah.
Questions. Okay, thank you. We already have our first. Okay, my name is Rita Wata Flomo, a member of the women legislatures at the capital. My question is, when our speaker were delivering, she talked about women holding together and correcting each other, but not in public. Now in our society, we see when women are in error, it is another woman or woman that can even bullet them publicly instead of privately. Why is that reason? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you want me to answer now again?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's a beautiful question. And when I spoke, I said something and I want to reiterate. When a woman make a mistake, it is on us to ensure that we bring her to order respectfully. But I can tell you, there are some people who are defiant. They will do things deliberately, knowing very well that this is an affront to society, but they will do it. We have to be intentional, as I said. In that line, it is our responsibility to respectfully oppose to what she did, so that the people know that we just don't want women in leadership to cover bad or shady deeds. I will give you an example. Maybe a woman made an honest error, not intentional. You wouldn't say, oh, look at her. She walking, she even know how to even dress her whole clothes twisted on her. No, you wouldn't do that. You walk to her and say this. But for example, it has to do with accountability. And you are telling her, this is what we're supposed to do for reporting. We have to do it and give our report. For example, this planning. You use money, people contributed, you wrote people. You come together and say, listen, we need to reach out to our sponsors and acknowledge them and explain to the people, disclose whatever we have for acknowledgement. And she deliberately refused to do it. How do you expect to go to a sponsor for the next phase without acknowledgement, without transparency? The group, if you're not careful, they will break down. They will say that she alone received all the money, she was the referee, she was the player, she did everything. You will have to speak out at that moment. Sorry, but that's the principle that we need to uphold, so people know that when the truth is truth, we say it. When it is wrong, we say it as it is without sugarcoating. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you to our speaker. The second person.
Yeah, I'm Mercy. My question. So my question is this. So having people within the organization who are not actually willing to work together, and our team on the discussion says holding together as women. So what is the mechanism can we put in place as leaders? Thank you.
Okay, so in every given organization, it is prudent to study each other. You should know your friend's weakness or weaknesses and their strength. Not that they don't want to work, but you have to understand where they fit in. There are people that I know that are very smart, but when it comes to public speaking like what I'm doing, phobia, they can't make it. So when it comes to teamwork, you will allow that person to work behind the scene and you take the lead and acknowledge that person. But you can't tell me that in a group, you wouldn't be able to determine something that somebody is known of. I have staffers, I can tell you their weaknesses and their strengths. Some of them, when I want certain things done, are destined certain tasks. So in that organization, don't say, oh, they say everybody working from office to office to give letters, using to go. No. She do not want to go there without contributing. But I bet you, when you put that woman in the kitchen to supervise, to ensure that things are done, she will perform. So it is important to get to know each other, understand, talk more, and you will know where that person belongs, and you will place them in the right class. If you put somebody in a place where he or she is not capable of performing, you will think they are dumb, but they are not dumb, they are misplaced. So it is important to look out for that in every organization.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you, Honorable. So we got our last question is from a male actually. So let us hear him out.
Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Honorable Aline Atowura, for the presentation. For the presentation, I think you are on point. But my question to the team, for me, I will tell you that I'm 100% like, you know, he for she, because I got girls. Yeah. So, but my take here is that sometimes the overprotection of girls can also lead to abuse, you know, or towards, you know, the other gender, meaning the male. So I think it carry on this awareness of let's say she, we need to also caution our ladies to also be respectful to their male counterpart, because also creating some future abuse that leading to abuse or social disorder. But my last question, or my question to you directly is that we are observed that most of the female leaders in national leadership and politics, they are beginning to decline. I think based upon in most instances where women will support each other, when I see the national leaders, they forget their base, their support base. So my question here is, Mrs. Ore, what mechanism I think the women of Liberia can take to protect the women base, that in case that even like 2029, for example, when a lady hand is put awarded for the presidency, Senate, or representative, it will be a strong signal for whosoever male counterpart there in the national decision-making process, because it has declined. We are saying where women will support each other. In fact, even 2-3 women running or contesting, even come into national leadership, they will not support each other because why they are not there to advocate for their party or for their agenda. That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks again to our he for she. So when I spoke earlier, I said we are here to allow the men to know that we want to work along with them side by side. So we have to be, if you want respect, you have to earn it. So if you respect the male, it will be reciprocal. So when the men are working and they see women coming, and they say, well, so many here, oh no, I just came to see what you're doing, to know how I can be of help to you. I'm not coming to intrude, I'm not coming to poke in your face. Oh, okay, we having our, we want to eat. They will give you the way. But when you are doing something and the way you approach a man, and you think he's not going to reciprocate because you are a female, I'm sorry to say our society nowadays, that sense of entitlement that we had before, the men supposed to respect us, we are done with that. We know that we have to earn, that's why we need to govern ourselves and ensure them that we are not fighting them. We are there to work side by side. When it comes to the women holding together, I don't see why people will get into power and forget people who help them to reach where they are. But I can say to you, the lack of explanation, sometimes it creates that misinterpretation. And sometimes the inability to wait, the one that done concomitantly or immediately, is an issue. I will use myself as a case study. 2017, 6,000 plus people voted for me. We were 16 in the race. 2023, we were 8 in the race. 27,000 people registered. 11,000 plus people voted for me, almost 12,000. So the mandate is more than what it was. I've not been able to reach all over in my district. But somebody will sit and say, oh, maybe I won't be bothered with her. She has forgotten about us. No. So that's why we have to make sure that the communication line is important. Create that atmosphere that you will always engage. That even if you don't see the fact that you're communicating, you understand. But I can say to you, no female leader, whether in the legislature or the executive or whatever, will want to burn her bridges, especially when you want to remain where you are or you want to be peaceful. I can say to you, some of my constituents, they are not there for just political reasons. They are there that when I'm down, I call them, oh my man, you're young and you come. Today, I just chilling there, no lawmaker day. So you have people in your cycle, in your space for different reasons. So I'm just saying this to say that it wouldn't be intentional that people would just want to turn their backs on people who help them to be where we are. And sadly to say, mostly this question, it comes from the men most of the time, because they want our women to start thinking that, oh, they are there now and they have forgotten about them. That's not the issue. All we need to do is to improve on our communication skill and ensure and remind them that they are not left out. We still have them, and together we can achieve bigger things. So once we are holding together, the right information will reach to the right people. So I want to say thanks again to all of our He for She, and to our own Mama Protein, and how I can call her. So the last time I come and confess before I put the microphone down, we have a meeting and I was there doing something else. She called me, she blasted at me when I reached her up there. I said, but Mama Protein, I thought you had a ratting here. You just blast small. She said, yeah. But I'm saying that we play, we work hard, we joke. It's just to create that enabling environment that will make people see the need, a sense of belonging. There are some things, some people will come around you, they wouldn't be able to express themselves. But the way you open your arms and say, okay, I think I'm needed in this group. Some people feel intimidated for the least thing. Or how they prepare everybody weighing, we care my one platform and tell I believe in, I belong in our group. It is on you to identify all of those things and give them that assurance as a woman who is wanting to ensure that she's going to be there to watch the back of another woman. However, if we want to lead and we want to be seen at the decision-making table, we have to prepare ourselves. We will not be in a position to just find a woman who is not connected with her people. She's not prepared to represent us, to put her on a platform that the men will use to discredit us. Sorry, we are not going to do that. So it is our duty to hold together and strengthen each other, that when the time is right, we will know where to find the able women. I want to say thanks for giving me the opportunity again to serve as one of your facilitators, and I remain your humble servant, Honorable Ellen Ato Ray, District Number 3 Rep, Margibi County. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Let us please clap for the facilitator. Because right now, I'm not hearing any clap. I don't know. Please clap for the facilitator. Celebrate her. Celebrate her. She took all her time, she came, and she taught us, and she answered all the questions. Thank you so much, Honorable. We highly appreciate. You can have your seat. Before we call on our second facilitator, let us please recognize the presence of our Senator, Senator Vabla. Please clap for Senator Vabla. A hand of applause, a hand of applause. Senator, you are highly welcome. We recognize your presence. Session 2. Like I said earlier, we got 3 sessions today. So session 1 is done. Now we have session 2. And our session 2 speaker will be no one else but the Honorable Patricia Topa-Salive. She is from the Ministry of Gender, Children, and Social Protection. And she will be speaking to us on the topic, the function of women organization in Liberia. Please put your hands together for her.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Please allow me to stand on the existing protocols. Again, I am Patricia Topa-Salive from the Ministry of Gender, Children, and Social Protection, where I serve as the technical assistant within the Department for Research, Policy, and Planning. Just before I continue, I want us to stand and reverence women that have fought the cause that we are standing here today. So many women fought the cause. So many women stood the time and the test. And today, a lot of us can stand here today and benefit from it. Just few seconds. Amen. You may be seated. I bring you greetings from the Honorable Minister of Gender, Honorable Wemi Horace Colley. She would have loved to be here, but unfortunately she will be arriving in Liberia today after official travels. So she asked me to extend her greetings to you and also the family of the Ministry of Gender. So I was asked to present the function of women's organizations in Liberia. When she asked me, I said, why did they not call an NGO, one women-led organization to present? But how be it, as an umbrella for women, we are here. So we'll draw you right back to where the first documented women movement in 1920, known as the National Liberian Women's Social and Political Movement. That movement was established to ensure that women had the right to vote. It was a battle that was fought for many years until 1946, when they gave the right to the elite women and said, oh yes, now these people can go ahead and vote. But how be it, with the strong pressing of women's organization in 1951, women from all walks of life in Liberia had the opportunity to vote, and today I am one of those women that can now vote. We remember our chief, Swakoko, Angie Brooks, and many women that fought this battle. Even some of us, maybe some people will say, those are way back. Let's just look at 2003, our movement that we had, the women of Liberia, Mass Action for Peace. Today we are enjoying peace. So the issue of women movement has been in existence for so many years. And because of their commitment to the cause, they have been pressing on, and today we are here. Despite the many challenges and issues of gender inequality that women face, Liberia is no exception. As a country, we have gone from different levels in addressing our gender equality. We've worked with organizations ranging from grassroots movement to national bodies, and have played an indispensable role in advocating for women's rights, addressing issues of gender discrimination, and fostering greater participation of women and girls in all spheres of life. Their work empowers women, promotes equality, and paves the way for a brighter future. In our development space, we have acknowledged in different literatures and different aspects of our strategies that there are three key sectors in our development space that we need to always accompany. One, the government with all its agencies and institutions at the central and local level. Second sector is the private sector, and the third sector is none other than our civil society, with different organizations ranging from community-based to national and international. Even our arrest agenda for inclusive development has acknowledged that our NGOs have the ability to engage citizens, hold the government accountable, advocate for marginalized groups, and foster transparency and good governance. So what are the functions of women-led organizations in Liberia? One of the functions is to advocate. Our women-led organizations are to serve as powerful advocates for gender equality, raising awareness about women's rights, challenging discriminatory practices, and influencing policy changes. They are also supposed to engage in research, data collection, and analysis to present evidence-based arguments for policy reforms that promote gender equality and women's empowerment. 2, they are also supposed to promote accountability and transparency. We have a popular saying that says, hold the government's feet to the fire. Most often our governments come and they make a lot of promises to the citizens, and most of the times the citizens may not have the ability or not have the mechanisms to be able to question some of these promises, but the women-led organizations can hold the government accountable to those actions. And number 3, is to support the government's effort, that is by addressing the gaps in government initiatives. We know that governments cannot reach the whole country, so we encourage the issue of women-led organizations to be able to go into the different communities and be able to reach to the people with those initiatives that government resources and human resources may not be able to tap into. So one of those initiatives will be education and training. So we focus on providing education and training programs to women and girls, enhancing their skills, knowledge, and self-confidence. Another is economic empowerment, supporting women's economic empowerment through entrepreneurship, trainings, microfinance initiative, vocational skills training, and then advocacy and awareness is another one. Health and well-being, political participation, and community empowerment. With all of these initiatives that we expect both government, private sectors, and women-led organizations to implement, yet there are still challenges. Some of the challenges are not limited to include limited funding, resistance from patriarchal social norms, political interference, lack of awareness about women's rights, logistical issues, cultural barriers, and the persistence of gender biases. However, despite these challenges, women's organizations continue to be resilient, pushing forward their missions to achieve gender equality, social justice, and women's empowerment. To conclude, women's organizations in Liberia have played a crucial role in advancing the cause of women's empowerment, from legal advocacy and economic independence to promoting education and health care. These organizations have contributed significantly to shaping a more gender-equal society. By empowering women to take charge of their lives, voice their rights, and challenge existing social norms, these organizations have helped to create a platform for women to rise and shine. The future of women's empowerment in Liberia lies in the continual efforts of those organizations, coupled with strong political will, support from global community, and an increasing number of women leaders in all sectors. With the unwavering determination of these organizations, Liberian women are steadily breaking barriers and paving the way for a more inclusive and equal society. So key takeaways: women-led organizations, they work independently as supplements to governments. They also work in partnership with government structures and their counterparts. And then the women-led organizations and government They work in hostile and negative relationship. Don't forget, they are also policing the government, so there's a time that we agree and disagree. But all in all, they are all geared towards promoting gender equality, equity, social justice, inclusion, and protection as a shared value. On that note, I want to say thank you for listening, and I will now turn the mic over to the MC.
Thank you so much, Honorable Salif. So for the Q&A for this session, we only have two. We'll only be taking 2 questions. Okay, we already have our first question.
In Jesus' name, thank you very much, Honorable Salif. I have been waiting for this day, most especially on the gender issue. I want to know, what are the biggest obstacles Liberian women's organizations face today in achieving full gender equality? What are the biggest obstacles Liberian women's organizations face today in achieving full gender equality? Once again, my name is Monarchy D. Wilson.
Thank you so much. The next question. Yes, please.
No question.
Okay. Two is from the same mail, so we can just be answering question 1.
Okay, thank you for that question. The obstacles that Liberian women organization face, one of the issues that was highlighted is the issue of funding, because the intent is to reach the most vulnerable one. Secondly, they want to reach as far as they can go. One of the challenges is the logistics, especially for the poor. The next one is tied to the cultural norms, the patriarchal behaviors, that is, men's control. So when you get into a community and you want to talk the gender issues, especially in relations to women, you'll find a lot of barriers before you. That is culture. Maybe women cannot discuss certain private issues, like for example, done on domestic violence to our community, and women did not see it to be an issue. So now as an organization, if you're going into a community to go and discuss that domestic violence is an abuse, definitely you'll find those barriers standing waiting for you. So those are some of the things that counter, because the women said, well, if my husband doesn't beat me, he doesn't love me. So they saw it from another lens, lack of knowledge, and all of those things were interplaying. Another thing is the political will. There are some legal instruments you want to pass, and then there are some hitches. Sometimes, sorry to say, from the House of Legislature, it's a serious thing. I was opportune to have an interaction with one of the lawmakers, and one of the things that she said was that it's difficult to, especially with the limited number of women in the House, it's difficult to push our bills, especially when it's tied to women issues. So those are some of the things that we encounter as women-led organization. Now you got me as Ministry Agenda speaking as women-led organization. That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Honorable.
next question.
Thank you, Honorable. So our next question.
I'm dealing April. My question is, what role do women organizations play in promoting peace building and conflict resolution in Liberia?
Thank you so much. So that's the last question for this section.
Okay, so thank you. So we said that the advocates, so one of the advocates say is mobilizing women. We have a typical example of the 2003 where our women gathered in huge numbers and were able to do protests, non-violent protests, to ensure that Liberia benefited from the peace that we desired. And that was something that was huge, because it did not only happen here, even in Ghana when our president was there was a lot of protests that took place that he had to sign for that peace accord. So the women of Liberia, the advocates, mobilized to ensure that we have peace. Another thing they do is to carry out massive awareness on human rights. They carry out awareness on different rights of women, so that once you know your rights, you know the mechanisms to which you can channel grievances and also work. So I hope I answered your question. On that note, I want to say thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to stand here to be able to deliberate. Thank you so much, and I wish you a wonderful day.
Thank you, Honorable Salif. Please stand and clap for the Honorable, for our facilitator, for the person that just spoke so many words of wisdom to us. Thank you so much, Honorable Salif. We really do appreciate. So you will notice that I'm not going by the copy in your hand. That's because I have the master sheet here. And now the next voice that we'll be hearing, okay. Okay, so we'll do musical prelude. And that musical prelude, please just play one nice song for us. Then we go to the next voice, quickly. Okay, so we move to our third facilitator. Please, Honorable, let me just do a brief introduction, because before I knew it, the second speaker here, I couldn't introduce her properly. But yeah, our last facilitator for today is the Honorable Councillor Edmund Wright from the Legal Department. Okay, thank you. Please round a hand of applause for our third and last facilitator for today.
I want to say on here. First of all, I want to be so thankful to the leadership of the Liberian women, or the Liberian Senate Women Association. Yeah. Okay. So I'll move directly to what I'm supposed to say. The leadership and members of the Liberian Women, or the Liberian, what they call Women Association, because I don't want to be so, I'm a lawyer, so when I say something, I'm going to get why the proof behind it. So I say the leadership and members of what? The Liberian Senate, or what? The Staff Association, or what? The Women Association and Liberian Senate. I want to, yeah, that want to be. So we said, I think, and all the officials and members of the Liberian Women Association, and invited guests and members of the food estate. The reason we say food estate is that you can carry the news. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, okay, I am honored to be chosen by the leadership of the Liberian Women Association to speak at this all-important occasion. This occasion symbolizes what a unity that speaks or that seeks to champion the rights of women here in the Liberian Senate. Obviously, you could have chosen a female representative or a senator or even a cabinet minister. as your guest speaker. Or rather, you prefer me. I know why you prefer me. Which I consider as a clear manifestation of your confidence in my ability to provide legal services here at the Liberian Senate. Note, I am pleased to inform you that I feel very blessed and honored by your selection. I want to tell you now. Madam Chairperson and members of the Liberian Senate Women Association, upon receipt of your invitation dated September 24, 2025, requesting me to attend this occasion to speak on the theme, legal matter as it relates to women organization, I intentionally opted to decline. Yeah. But my instinct traveled me. Having realized the level of reception that I continue to receive from the office of the current female president pro tem of the Liberian Senate regarding the reforms here at the Liberian Senate. And what are the reforms? The reforms are here. We've been here for some time. I don't want to give you a history or how long I've been here. I started as an office boy for the House of Representatives until where I am today. I don't want to go there. But based on the reform, I decided to rethink my decision. So I consider my decision not to quit, but to be here today. And in so doing, I'm here. Okay? So when I look or having recorded or rewarded the proposed team, you don't want to give me the team. You know, I'm talking to like in the court. You gave me the team, and the team is that when I look into the team, I saw one thing. The team was that I noticed a phrase that called legal matter. And when you say legal matter, tell them my business. So by the time I saw the phrase legal matter, the lawyer in me arose. Yeah. And positioned me to speak on the team. As you know, my own law, the only job I do in a legal meeting. So when you come and you say legal matter, it means that you want me to say what I know. So on the basis of that, that's why brought me here today. And that's why I'm here. And I will tell you what I'm here for. Okay? So the lawyer in me arose when I saw the team. So I decided to title the topic I want to speak on. And that topic is the role of Liberian Senate Women Association in breaking the glass ceiling in the central administration of Liberian Senate. Glass ceiling? You know glass ceiling? Okay. So I will tell you what glass ceiling is. And I will define you. All the thing we're doing in law, we got to follow somebody. The glass ceiling here, we have Marilyn Lording. She's an American writer and also a diversity advocate. In 1978, that's why I was born. She defined glass ceiling as anywhere invisible barriers that prevents a woman or other underrepresented groups from advancing to senior leadership position in society. even when they are qualified. So in a particular Senate, what we have today, you want me to talk about what I'm talking? We have several administration, or we have several departments. Let us calculate. Let me go. Okay, let me. So the question here is that in a central administration of the Liberian Senate, whether we have a glass ceiling, the answer is that it's a resounding word yes. Because why? When you decide to consider how many directors we have in the central administration of the Liberian Senate, you will notice that the glass ceiling is present. Yes, I am here. The glass ceiling is there in your side that you have how many departments? The department you have compared to the level of what, to the number of administrators you have, female administrators in the one central administration, you know that the glass ceiling is present here. So your intent to organize yourself into an umbrella of the nation serves as a what? As a legal means of challenging the existing glass ceiling in the central administration and Liberian Senate. Therefore, okay, but maybe to inform you that this particular country we're in, it has what we refer to as the body of law. Maybe you don't know me, but I've been teaching all over. The existing body of law, it requires what, or it says that we have what we call substantive law, and then we got what, procedural law. Substantive law is that mean law. When you tell somebody today, it is substantive law, meaning that they may shag the man with white or with collar or with gun and kill the man. But our law says before you arrive at the substantive law, you must first of all go through the procedural law. That procedural law is wherein you will tell the person, say, oh, we brought a raid from the court, and the court says...
At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia, and I am Dennis Jack.
Many times involved in supporting and encouraging women. And the reason is simple. Today we are on the stage. Tomorrow we have to exit. What happens to our fight to keep women involved if we don't encourage those that are coming up? So I think this is the reason we continue to do that. She inspired all of us to continue to support women initiative. And let me caution you, there have been many great speakers. I think I met our own chairperson speaking, and then the lady from gender, followed by the legal director. Please listen to the message. Sometimes people go to workshop, they go to retreat, they don't really take away the message that will benefit them. Some of these gatherings will teach you a lot that you can or you will not learn in the classroom. Practical life experience, practical steps that you also take for your own progress and development. So I hope as we've gathered here and listened to these messages, we go to the knowing that we've been challenged by these people. Step up and continue to speak up and look back, encourage other young women to come up to our level. Thank you very much, and may God bless all of us.
Thank you, Honorable Senator, and may God richly bless you too. Please put your hands together for the Senator. She has spoken very well. So we are about to hear the voice of the President pro tempore of the Republic of Liberia, Senator Yombi Tangala. Please rise to your feet and run a hand of applause as our mama comes to speak to us.
Thank you. Our platform guests, we are all women. Women are all Liberian Standard women. Please have your seats. You know, I was in Buchanan yesterday when I was just about to start weekend. Sleep last night. The protocol said tomorrow is the program for the Liberian Senate. So I had to leave Buchanan 6 o'clock this morning because my heart is with the Liberian Senate women. And I'm here to say to you that I'm very proud of where you have come from. We started our journey by meeting in the joint chambers and talking about concerns at the Liberian. Then they ended in friendship, we all became friends. And then leadership, and then a very unique organization that we see here today. I am inspired by this journey. It reminds me of my own journey, and I think it's important that when we are called to these occasions, especially where we have to speak to women, to tell our own stories, to encourage and motivate them, because our goal is to increase female participation in leadership. So I'll be very brief, maybe 2 minutes, to give a summary of where I've come from. But I think it's important that you extend this program or workshop to just a conversation under the tree, where all of your women leaders here in the legislature will sit with you to tell their own story. And you can ask all the questions as to how we got here, and we'll help you in your own journey to leadership. In 2006, when I graduated and got my master's, I was employed at the Liberian Petroleum Refining Company, LPRC, as the public relations manager. I was there as a woman, but I still felt that I had a choice. So because I felt that I had a choice, in 2013, I went to Grand Bassa County and I decided that I would be senator for the county. And I won as the first female senator for that county in 2013. In 2020, I still felt that I had a choice. So I ran for the second time to be senator for Grand Bassa County, and for the first time, I was the only senator who won second term in Grand Bassa County. In 2024, after we chaired the rescue campaign, I still felt that I had a choice to go. So then I ran to be the President pro tempore of the Liberian Senate, and today I am the President pro tempore of the Liberian Senate. So all of you have a choice to grow, especially in leadership. You are in the Liberian legislature where leaders are. You can learn from them and you can grow. If you follow the results in the US, I think 2 days ago, the first 2 females governors, and one from Virginia, term in Grand Governor for California female, first governor for Virginia female. So that means you can start your journey right here and be who you want to be in leadership. The most important aspect in this journey is the grace of leadership ability. The performance of a woman in leadership shows how women are valued. And if we are women in leadership, we have to perform at the level where women will see the value of women and appreciate the leadership ability that we see in us. I can tell you at the Liberian Senate, we're leading here with precision. Women are caring. Women don't discriminate in leadership. Women are unifier. If you see in the Senate today, where we are 30 senators from diverse backgrounds, different political parties, you have former speakers, former President Pro Tem, you have former ministers, you have professional men and women, and other 30 men, women, and for a woman to be the leader, and the Senate is one of the most stable places today in the country, that shows that women have the ability to lead and to deliver. Women in leadership have integrity. We have influence. We seek to be accountable and transparent, and more you can name on. These values in our leadership, as I've said, can bring stability, they bring peace, they bring unity and love. And if I can come this far by these values, all of you can do the same. So I want to encourage you to go in this journey. Let us know that we have a choice to grow. We don't have to remain where we are. And we want to offer that we're here for you to tap in to what we have acquired as leaders to be performing the way we are. Senator Vapla is here. Senator Ellen Arthur is here. The rest of the Women Legislative Caucus are here. We have women ministers who can even inspire you. So I want to say, that you will seize the opportunity to make a mark. I want to say thank you, and we look forward to seeing you when you grow to higher level. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your support. We appreciate you every time. Your doors are open to the women at the Liberian Senate. We appreciate you. Thank you.
At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.